Hello everyone, this is Maria from Maxifisio. I prepared for you today a short Pilates class that you can do in between Zoom meetings, or if you're working in the office or at home and you need a little bit of a break, but you don't have a lot of time. So this is something you can do sitting, so you don't need to find a floor space or a mat, and it should give you a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of mobility. So hopefully it will release, some of the muscles that tend to get very tight. When we're working with computer, office desk, that sort of setting. So as always, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, if you're interested in any of my online classes, please visit my website, maxifisio.com. So all we're going to need to use is obviously a chair. So whatever chair you got, that you normally use, whether it's at home or in your office. So just think of using the sitting surface that you normally are on. So we're just going to come a little bit forward so you're not sitting all the way back, and make sure your heels are planted on the ground. You can do this, of course, with your shoes. It's nicer for some of the stretches to be without the shoes, whether you're barefoot or on your socks, but it's not a problem if you want to keep your shoe gear on. So, or your foot gear on, I should say. So let's just start just going on to shoulder rolls. So breathing in and out gently, to bring the shoulders up and back. Just trying to get a little bit of movement, a bit of release on your neck and the top of the shoulders. It of course tend to get very stiff, just from working with computer, mouse. And let's release. Try to move the other way. Just again enjoying the movement. And from here, we're just going to go into shrug. So bring the shoulders up to the ears, breathe in. Release the shoulders away from the ears, breathe out. And let's repeat it again. Inhale. And exhale. And again, shoulders up and down, trying to drop both. Especially if you feel a little bit tighter on one side of the body, just think of consciously dropping that side, but you're moving both. Make sure you are, as always, as even as possible. Now keep your shoulders relaxed, keep resting your hands onto your lap, on your thighs, bring your chin down to chest, feel the stretch at the back of the neck. It feels really good. Breathing, come back. Let's repeat it again, chin down. And back up. And let's repeat it again. Alright, on the next one, we're going to keep the chin down. And I'd like you to move your neck side to side. It's like a half neck roll. So I'm twisting to the right, I'm twisting to the left. You might hear a little bit of clicking here and there, which is not uncommon with the neck. But hopefully you should be feeling again nice. It's a good stretch. You can hold it a little bit at the end of the range if you feel a little bit tight or particularly tighter on one side. But then try to find movement again. Then we're going to come back to center and now take the ear to the side, whichever side you want to do first. You can help yourself, maybe release now the arm off the chair so you can feel that is stretching a little bit deeper. Come back to center and then change. Bring your other ear to the shoulder. Again, option to use your hand to help you release the other arm off the chair. Then come back to the middle. If you need to, for what we're going to do next, maybe bring your legs a bit wider. We're going to be coming into a seated roll down. So keep the arms maybe off the chair. You might need to come a little bit more forward. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring your chin down as we were doing a moment ago, and then just allow the rest of the spine to melt forward. Breathe in at the end of the range, at the end of the roll, and then breathe out. Begin to come back up. Feel your sitting bones, and then from there, how you can lengthen the rest of the spine, coming back onto a nice upright posture. And let's repeat it again. So this is very good as well for awareness in terms of your sitting posture, which obviously is hard to maintain during the day. Even if you really work at it, it's only so much that our body can do after a number of hours from being, static, sitting. So you might not be able to keep it all the time, but nevertheless, it's good to work at it. And of course, again, she'll be giving you a little bit of stretch at the back of the shoulders. You might feel still the neck. You might feel a little bit mid-lower back area. If your hamstrings are very tight, you might feel them even. But this shouldn't really be giving you... Well, we're not focusing on the hamstrings, if that makes sense. We're focusing on the spine. So one more time. And we're going to be continuing to move the spine, but in a different direction. Now, let's just take the hands at the back of the head. Think of your shoulders relaxed. If for any reason your shoulders don't like this, you can just simply cross your hands over your shoulders. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, let's just come onto a seated side bend. Now, make sure the hips don't come off on one side, so both sitting bones are grounded. Come back, and then let's just change to the other side. Might give you a bit of a stretch also, maybe in the chest, on the neck, but just focus again on the waist, lower back, again a bit of opening. Should be nice. If you want to add a little bit of a deeper version of the stretch, you can reach one arm over, one arm down, come back to where we were, whether it was here or here, and then change. Come back, breathe in, and again breathe out, lengthen. Back to the middle, breathe in and breathe out. And let's just try one more time each way. Whatever variation you're doing, if you're just keeping the hands at the back of your head or the shoulders, at the front of the shoulders, that's fine. And we're going to return to sitting. Again, make sure you have a space. We're going to be twisting. So again, you might need to come a little bit more forward. If you've got a shriveling chair, just this maybe might be better if you do it on a surface that doesn't move, or maybe just come up into standing, because I want you to twist the spine, but I don't want you to obviously move the legs with it. So we're going to try not to move from hips down. So you could do this as standing, yeah? Just being aware of your hip position if you've got a shriveling chair. Otherwise, if you've got a chair like mine that doesn't move, then we're just going to go ahead and twist to one direction, try to look towards the arm of the side you're rotating to. So if you're twisting to the right, you look to the right arm. If you're twisting to the left, you look to the left arm. If you're doing it with your hands over your shoulders, just think of looking over that shoulder. So again, if you twist to the right, look over your right shoulder. If you twist to the left, look over your left shoulder. Feel difference on both sides, where you feel stiffer. And I'll demonstrate with the hands on the shoulders, on the chest. And just go one more time each way. Great. So we're just going to finish doing a little bit more stretching for your legs and the hips. We're going to start doing glute stretching sitting. So for this one, maybe just come back a little bit on your chair. Make sure one foot stays grounded. We're going to cross the opposite foot over the knee. It might not look like me. It might look a bit more like here. That's fine. Keep your hand on the knee. Try to open up your knee and then begin to lean forward. We should just give you a nice deeper stretch on that hip and gluteal area. We'll release. And then let's repeat it again. So allow you to do this maybe 3 to 5 times. You can hold it, of course, a bit longer in between each repetition if you wish to. Just going to stay here for a touch longer on my last one. And we're just going to change for the other side. So let's just repeat the same. Keep the foot that stays on the floor nice and grounded. The other one crosses over the knee. Again, your knee might look higher than mine, and that's fine. Or maybe it will look better, depending on how mobile you are. Begin to lean forward and back. And then we'll do it again. Again, thinking of 3 to 5 times. And of course, as I just mentioned, if you want to hold it, feels good, you can stay for a little bit longer in between. You can always pause the video, you know, whether it feels good. And just gonna hold. Gonna add an extra one. I think I did 5 already, so I got a bit distracted. So apologize if I added the extra one. Just gonna hold this one for an extra breath. And release. Great. Let's just try to finish releasing the hamstrings and the calves. So again, for this one, maybe come a touch forward, extend the one leg, flex the toes, and we're just gonna come onto again, like a roll down, but rather than before, we're doing it with the legs bent up. Now the leg is extended. So this is definitely gonna give you more of a stretch for the back of the thigh, the calf, especially if your toes are flexed. Just 2 more. So again, 3 to 5 reps. As I suggested a moment ago, if you wanna hold it for a bit longer, that's fine. In between each, otherwise I'm just going to hold this last one. You can try to maybe pull from the toes if you can reach to them, flex the foot a bit stronger, and then slowly release. Great, let's just do the same on the other side. Flex the toes, keep your knee as lengthened as possible, begin to lean forward and come back. And let's do it again. Gentle roll towards your foot and up. So it's good for your spine. Just be gentle. Think of it again, moving vertebra by vertebra rather than moving too roughly towards the leg. Just to, you know, protect the spine, especially if you had any back injuries or any back problems in the past. Just always move it smoothly and gentle. And this last one I'm gonna hold. You can maybe try to grab the toes, flex the foot a bit deeper if that's accessible for you. Full breath. And release. Great, so the last thing I'm gonna do, just gonna come back to sitting, both feet grounded. You can come back a bit on the chair if you wish to. Take both arms up, look back, and release the arms. Down, let's repeat it again. So trying to give a bit of length again to the upper body and the shoulders. Breathe in and out. Just try to enjoy the movement, feel everything opening, lengthening. Let's just go for the last one. And release. Great. So this is the end of this short, quick class that you can do, as I said, you know, while you're at work. It should hopefully give you a bit of a break and a little bit of a stretch. Just release all those muscles that tend to get a bit stiff when we're working for long periods of sitting. And of course, just to give you a little bit of mobility as well and a little bit of posture correction, which is always good to work on. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I look forward to seeing you in one of my other videos soon. Bye bye.